How's it going, guys? Zach Ginn here. I'm so excited for this video. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 25 side hustles you can do to make over $100 a day. I don't care if you're just a broke kid in college, you're doing something as your main source of making income, but you want to do something on the side, get some extra money, invest it, build true financial wealth. That's what I'm here for. So let's get into it. Let's cut all the fluff out of here. Let's show you the top 25 side hustles to help you make $100 a day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Think I'm gonna let you get away with this one? Smash that like button and subscribe to get more videos from me. Let's go. So guys, I can make like a 1 hour video doing it, an in-depth analysis of every side hustle here, but I'm gonna make it pretty simple. We're gonna have a little graphic on the bottom showing it, counting down from just of the unique side hustles. Again, this isn't in a ranked order at all. This is just some unique ones for you because I feel like if you rank it, you're gonna wanna do the one over the other. I think they're all really good and you can make $100 a day in each one of these. So, number 25 here, we have driving an Uber. If you ever wanna make a side hustle, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, the perfect way to do it, even if you're doing school, just do Uber during the nights and during busy times. It's a good way to make a quick $100 per day. Talk to some unique people. If you're a college student that is academically minded, which you get really good grades and you're really good and you really like the subject that you're studying in college, you can tutor middle school and high school students. Search on Facebook and other places for people looking for tutoring. If you're a really smart kid, you can tutor and make some good amount of money doing that. Number 23 here is actually just doing junk removal. There's plenty of junk removal side like freelance gigs you can do just to haul stuff out, even be a mover, haul junk out. I mean, I do it with all my properties, so this is a really good side hustle. You're gonna sweat a lot, it's a lot of hard work, but you can easily make $100 per day doing that. Number 22 is the Gary V model. That is going to a garage sale, picking something up for dirt cheap, and then flipping it back on eBay and making an arbitrage and profit between that. I call it the Gary V model because that's what he loves to tell people if they want to start making $100 a day. Gary V does it all the time. He really enjoys it. I think it's a really good model. I've done it before I went into real estate when I was just working as a bag boy, but I really enjoy that one. It's always really fun. Make sure that you sell things that are legitimate. Make sure your eBay rating's really good, but it's a really fun one to do. Number 21. I'll call this one the Tim Ferriss model because this is from one of his books, The 4-Hour Work Week. This is when he talks about just doing a VA arbitrage model. VAs, if you don't know, that is a virtual assistant. So that's basically, I can get in the video cards right there. The card is above me on there if you want to watch that video real quick. But that is just showing you about virtual assistants. They are usually people from the Philippines or in other countries, India, Pakistan, Argentina, that actually do virtual remote work for you. And they'll pay you for a job, you know, just to sort data and do Excel tasks, pulling data for wholesaling real estate. So what you can do, make an arbitrage. You don't want to be doing that work. That's a lot of work. And you're making like $4 or $5 an hour. So you can't make you could make $100 per day, but we're not going to work 20 hours for that. The key to doing that is actually finding a guy who says, I'll pay you $200, $6 an hour, go scrape this Excel data or whatever, you know. You usually find it from an American who is used to paying like $9, $10 an hour for this like administrative task. And what you go to him, say, hey, I gotta do it from home, $9 an hour, $6 an hour. So if he's expecting $9 an hour from his regular employees, you offer to do it for $6. He's like, wow. And what you do is you go to Upwork.com, you hire someone from India or Pakistan or the Philippines for $4 an hour to do the task. Boom, you get a $2 per hour arbitrage. If you do it enough times, you can easily make $100 per day doing that. Number 20, this is a pretty unique side hustle to do. In high school, I was really big into cross country and I was huge into high school wrestling and I loved all sports. So if you're into like your specific sport and you're really passionate about it, like you really love it, let's say you're just a passionate like soccer player, passionate basketball player, or you're really into wrestling, you can become a referee for your local high school or conference league, or maybe like a pickup game. You can easily make a lot of money being a referee. And if you're a young athletic person and you're actually really knowledgeable about the game, you can make a good hustle and it'd be a really fun thing because I love sports. I think it's something pretty unique versus hauling stuff or being like a mover. Number 19, this is a little different than VA arbitrage or like the Gary V flipping model. This is actually retail arbitrage. This is very difficult because arbitrage is getting harder and harder to do. Again, arbitrage more or less is finding something at a certain price. Let's say this is at $10 and you know that someone will buy it guaranteed for $12. So you can just buy a million things for $10 and just sell it for $12. Again, that's not how supply and demand works, but if you buy 100 at something for $10 and someone's willing to pay $12, make a $2 difference between that. We'll get into more of that later, but you can do retail arbitrage. So if you see that you can go to, like, let's say pawn shop, and you know for this certain CD or this certain G-Shock watch that guy will pay you $20 for that watch. You know, on Amazon, they're selling those used watches for $15 with free shipping. You know, you can make a retail arbitrage on the difference on there. Mostly it's not from Amazon to a pawn shop. It's usually buying something from a pawn shop or a garage sale and putting it on Amazon to flip it. I know a lot of people that actually buy things from Walmart and then they list it on Amazon and they make a nice arbitrage. Let's say they get bucket hats for like $1 and they can sell them for $5 on Amazon. It's called the retail arbitrage. You make $4 on like a bucket hat or something like that. Very, very profitable. Number 18 is drop shipping. Drop shipping is something that I used to do back in the day. You can easily make $100 per day doing it. You gotta get very knowledgeable, just like wholesaling real estate. You gotta get really good at it. But if you learn drop shipping, you can be really good at it. It's sort of like that retail arbitrage type thing. You find something on AliExpress, Alibaba, a Chinese store for like 70 cents, 80 cents, and you can sell it by driving Facebook ads to a store and selling it for like $5 to $10 and make a nice profit on there. Your expenses are the Facebook ads and hosting the Shopify. It's a really good one. So basically what you do is you buy it for 80 cents and you just send it to the guy that gave you the order through Shopify. So the next one on the list, this is not a Florida thing. I'm here in sunny South Florida, so I can never do this, but for a lot of people up north, they can. This is just plowing snow. It's good old fashioned blue collar work. You can easily make $100 per day doing it. Not the most fun thing in the world, but just getting a snow plow or just manually shoveling snow, you can easily make $100 per day doing it. Not the funnest thing in the world. Number 16 on this list is something you can do in sunny South Florida. This is a really popular one, is buying a used or really cheap pressure washing machine and just going knocking on doors of people that have mold on their house or on the driveway and offer to pressure wash their house for $50, $60, $70. And you can make a little hustle like that. Those are the people that don't like mowing lawns or getting into lawn care. You can actually just pressure wash and you can make pretty good money doing that. And you can get pretty advanced on pressure washing. You can do all these upgrades. Like the bleach service on like the side panel of your house. You can do a million things on it, but pressure washing is definitely a really good side hustle for young people. So the next one on this is very unique. I don't hear anyone really talking about it. Again, this goes back to arbitrage, something I really love to do and I'm really passionate about just as a side hustle, but I call this one, I've dubbed it blue collar arbitrage. So this is something very interesting. You go to a business owner and you offer to do something. Let's say for like a blue collar job. So, hey, John, or hey, Mr. Smith of the Coral store, I see your grass is like crazy high. I mean, what's going on with your lawn mowing? Oh, I need a lawnmower. I need a guy to mow my lawn. Like, I'll say this, hey, what if I can mow your lawn for $100 a month? And they're like, really? Yeah, sure. $100 a month. Let's write up like a contract for 6 months. We can do it. And it'd be really good work. Basically, you get $1,000 for 10 months of work here, and you figure out for $1,000, you have to mow this guy's lawn every single week for 10 months straight. What if you go back to a lawn mowing guy? You go to a guy who's a company or just like a regular kid, but usually a reputable lawn mowing company that does things very cheap, and you offer, hey, can you mow this lawn for $70? And they agree to it. You make $30 per month. If you do it enough times, it's a really good blue collar retail arbitrage. You do that for moving, pressure washing, refereeing, anything like that. It's a really unique arbitrage side hustle. So it's called blue collar on there, but you're really not doing any blue collar work. It's all sales and expertise. Number 14 on the list is lawn mowing. That's the old classic one. I know a lot of teenagers did this back in the day, and I used to do it too. It's just mowing other people's lawns. Knocking on enough doors and just mowing. Just go to Home Depot, use a lawnmower, and get that $100 per day. Next on the list here is babysitting. Babysitting isn't the most sexy job in the world to do, but it gets the job done. If you like kids, it's a really unique and fun opportunity for you. Next side hustle here is actually like freelance photography. If you have a really nice camera and you just have one, you can be a freelance photographer. Now, this is something you can't do with your iPhone and just be doing someone's wedding like that. But if you have a really nice camera and you have a passion for it, I would say it's a really unique opportunity to be a freelance photographer. So the next one here is, you gotta be 18 years old for this one. You can actually be a mobile notary or just a notary. So you can notarize documents, people signing documents to sell their property. You can actually just be a notary. You can easily make a lot of money doing it. Basically, you're signing it, just saying, hey, I'm witnessing the signature. Really good way to make money. So the next one is something I would never do because I was so sick of working as a bag boy. I worked at Publix for a very long time. Over 3 years. I would never do this because it drives me nuts, but you can do it. you could actually be an Instacart person. So Instacart is a unique service where you can actually shop for people. So during COVID, this is actually pre-COVID, this was really popular, but post-COVID, this is way more popular than ever. What you can do is you can actually go to your local grocery store, be a Instacart person, like a freelancer. So it's kind of like Uber. Basically, you get someone's shopping list, you go shop for them, and then you go to their house, you get a tip, and you get money off of that. So it's a really unique one. It's called Instacart. Next one's another Gary Vee thing. Sorry for all you Gary Vee haters out there, but I love Gary Vee. You can actually buy and sell sports cards. So sports cards is actually a really lucrative flipping opportunity. Again, it might be like the stock market, can be a tad risky sometimes, but it's pretty interesting. Gary Vee actually talks about this a lot. I remember he said, guys, you need to buy this Giannis rookie card. It's worth a lot of money. I know it's 150 bucks. You got to get it. He said everyone to buy it, and then the next year was worth like $1,000. So things like that, you can actually make some money flipping sports cards if you know what you're doing right. Next, we got phone flipping. Phone flipping is a really unique one. I like flipping houses, but I know a lot of people flipping smartphones, iPhones, like advanced Samsung phones. It's a really unique one to do. Definitely a really good side hustle. Next, we actually got FIVERR freelancing. So you can actually be a freelance for someone. Maybe you want to just do typing, transcriptions for people. If you work hard at it, you can easily make a lot of money doing it. You can be like an audio person, do like voiceover for people's videos. A pretty unique opportunity if you have like this really cool, unique voice. You can sing for people's like unique songs. It's a really cool opportunity. Number 6 here is something that's really come on the scene in the past maybe 4 or 5 years. Don't know any teenagers that I know that are like over 30 years old doing this, but you can actually have and open a side hustle of an SMMA. Not MMA, not the fighting here. We're talking about social media marketing agency. So you can actually be in charge of people's social media accounts. You get paid per month, have clients like that. There's a million channels that go way more into detail than me on this. I just have some friends that do it. Pretty unique side hustle to do, and you can pay people to actually do it for you. So look up social media marketing agency. Number 5 is dog walking. You can actually start walking dogs. It's a pretty unique one. I love dogs. Dogs are amazing. I love dogs. You can be a cat walker too. It seems like a really fun thing to do. If you love dogs, you can actually become a dog walker. There's like a bunch of dog walking apps you can do too. So it's a really good side hustle to make some money. Number 4 is renting your car out via TUTOR. The TUTOR app, you can actually rent out your car. Pretty interesting. I would say if you have a cool car and you don't mind doing it, it's a good way to make extra little bit of money. Number 3 is house hacking. House hacking is a really good way to actually make some extra money. So if you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house and you want to make some extra money, you use one of the bedrooms for your home office or something like that. Why don't you just rent out an extra bedroom that's like sitting there for grandma when she comes over? You know, you can sleep on the couch, let her sleep in your bed. I don't know. But if you rent out an extra bedroom, you can easily make a lot of money per day. You can actually rent out the 2nd bedroom and do pretty well during that. Then it gets a little tricky having all those roommates, but you can easily make $100 a day doing that with relatively not much work. Number 2 is working for a real estate wholesaler. Working for a real estate wholesaler might not seem like a side hustle, but it gives you the tools to actually learn real estate wholesaling, which is my favorite side hustle of all time. It's actually my full-time hustle now because of how much money I made with it. But if you work for a real estate wholesaler, you can learn the tricks of the trade and get really good at it, and then you can become a full-time person if you ever want to. And that goes to number 1. You already know my favorite one is wholesaling real estate. There's no other side hustle out there where you can make over $30,000 in just a simple week on the weekends, just hustling it out. If you're interested in real estate wholesaling, look at the card above me. I'll give you a quick synopsis of real estate wholesaling because I can go for 20 minutes of it. It's truly one of my biggest passions. Talk about forever, but real estate wholesaling, just really quickly for you guys, it's basically finding a person who wants to sell their property, all cash. They have a motivation that they really just need to get rid of the house. I don't care what the situation is. Maybe they have all these issues with the property and they just want to get rid of it. So you go to the property, you meet with the person wanting to sell the house, and you basically sign a contract with them to buy it at a certain price, let's say $100,000. And what you do is you find a buyer. There's a million ways to do it. I just did a long, like hour-and-a-half live how to find a buyer. What you do is you bring the buyer through the house. If they like it, then you sign a contract with them to sell it for a certain price. Let's say you want to sell for $115,000 at the closing, which is how you actually sell the property. When the property actually goes to the end, you will make a $15,000 spread or check. So that's a really unique one. You can easily do that. I love doing it. That's all I do in my vlogs and just love to teach it, guys. That's a flip of the rake if you're more interested in that. But guys, that's it. that is 25 side hustles to help you make $100 per day with them. There's no excuse not to make extra money on the side with COVID and everything. This is all you can do here. Guys, sometimes you want to lay off the video games and get a side hustle going and truly make some good money. So that's it, guys. That's Zach in here. Really appreciate it. Comment below what side hustles I'm missing. I know there's a million other ones, but these are just ones I could think of off the top of my head. So let me know in the comments below what side hustles you're doing and how much you're making off of that. Have a good and blessed day. Thanks.